Welcome to the Unexpected Podcast, where your hosts, Lee and Amy, carry on simple conversations about everything from life experiences, the current culture, God, and everything in between. And because Lee has put Amy through years of surprises, this is her time to surprise him with unexpected topics he won't be privy to until the microphone is on and the camera is rolling. This is the Unexpected Podcast. Well, all right, everyone. Welcome back.
We are here.
Yeah, we are. And last week, we mentioned that we would probably have a special guest coming, and we were correct because today in the studio we have Ko Ito.
Yeah, Ko.
Konnichiwa, 皆さん.
Okay, konnichiwa.
Yes, konnichiwa.
That's the only word I could.
That's it. That's all I can say.
communicate you with.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello. All right. So we are so happy to have Ko. We've thought about having him on the podcast for quite a while, and we're finally able to make it happen. I'm not going to give you too much of an introduction because we're going to let Ko tell us all about him. But I will say Ko is married to his lovely wife, Amy, who we love. Hi, Amy.
Hey, Amy.
Hope to see you in person soon. And they are the parents of 5 children, and that's fantastic. Very exciting. So I'll go ahead and mention that Ko is a musician. You're going to find out about that in a moment. And when this podcast goes live, should be next, it'll be, obviously, it'll be today, which is Wednesday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Today.
Yeah. But this upcoming weekend, Ko is going to be playing live music downtown in Cleveland at Seepins on Central.
Cleveland, Tennessee.
That's right.
Cleveland, Tennessee, not Ohio.
Right. As some people say, not the real Cleveland, but Cleveland, Tennessee.
We're the Temu Cleveland.
That's right. Somebody ordered Temu on Cleveland on Temu, and
here we are.
Cleveland, Tennessee. Wow. All right. Well, Ko, thank you so much for coming. And, I thought we would just jump off and hear a little bit about your background. We know a lot of your story, but we want to hear it again. And there's probably a lot of details we don't know. And obviously, most of our listeners don't know your story. So we'll start with the fact that you grew up in Japan. And if you can just tell us a little bit about what that was like, and then what got you to the United States from all the way around the world.
Okay.
All right.
So my name is Ko Ito, and thanks for inviting me today. And I am from Japan originally, born and raised. And I'm from Fukuoka City, Fukuoka, Japan. Fukuoka is about 5th largest city in Japan.
Okay.
They're located in southwest in Kyushu Island. So, and
what island is Tokyo on? That's
in Honshu.
Honshu.
So
okay.
that's the biggest, big one.
I'm just going to nod like I know where that's at.
Yeah. Google Map. It's
exactly.
Yeah.
We rely on that.
And I was born and then raised all the way to high school when I was 18.
Okay.
And right after high school, I came here in the state, and Cleveland is the place I've been living here for 30-some years.
Wow.
So, and I was born and raised in Buddhist home, and I became Christian when I was 18, and through American missionary family lived in Japan, and they had a kid, and we kind of grew up together, and so.
Wow. So it was just through that relationship it began to maybe show you another way, and you feel like they were probably praying for you. Is there anything that you feel like was the thing that drew you to Christ in particular?
First, I didn't really care about it, but I was always searching and searching for truth, and trying to be good.
Yeah.
And good means like performance based, and my parents was good. We had a really good relationship until I became Christian. But and first time just to, they introduced about God and Bibles and, and first I didn't really care about it. Then when I know about Old Testament and New Testament,
Right.
and some book, part of book, I didn't really care about it. And one, especially with the like prophet book,
Yeah.
I got really into it. And then talking about end time and stuff,
Right.
and I got a little bit curious and find out about, and same time, the family.
And you didn't always speak English.
Right.
You spoke Japanese too. So you got a Japanese Bible?
Yeah, I bought a Japanese Bible.
Yeah, it wasn't King James.
No.
No.
And it's
crazy.
It's Old Testament is all Japanese.
All Japanese?
New Testament, I had half is Japanese and half is English.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay. And I guess did you learn English in school, so you knew some English?
Some
But
grammar and how to read and write a little bit, but not speaking and,
Right. Yeah.
yeah.
Was that a normal class in Japan to have?
When I was growing up, I went school from Monday through Saturday, and Saturday was half day.
Wow.
And I think they're off Saturday now.
Oh,
But
okay.
Oh, wow.
when I was growing up,
It was
always,
rigorous.
Yeah.
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 And high school, I went to a boys' school.
Okay.
And just a bunch of boys. We had about 60 boys in one class.
Wow.
And we had 13 classes. So it was pretty big
Wow.
high school.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. So then you became a Christian. Did you have people come alongside who were discipling you and maybe giving you advice on what to do next in life? I mean, how did you arrive at
Some.
the idea of coming to the United States?
And so I became Christian when I was 18. The same year I came here. And my dad pretty much, he didn't accept that, my
Right.
decision. And he pretty much saying, I'm not his son anymore. And but same time, that the missionaries kid would go into school here, and so I was like, I want to go with you. So
Oh, okay.
and
So
I
that's
didn't
how it
really
came
speak
about.
English,
Okay.
but
Okay.
so through
Wow.
that
That's-
family and then church, and then I came here, and then I'm still here.
That's
Wow.
that's a lot for an 18-year-old. I mean, you're dealing with the rejection you're feeling from your father. Was it your whole family or primarily your father?
Whole family,
Okay.
but mostly my dad.
Yeah.
But my mother is a believer now, and my dad's changed a lot.
Okay.
We're working on him and
Yeah.
praying for him.
Right.
But he changed a lot, and we're much closer
That's cool.
relationship. So
That's
Good.
great. Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, going back to that was a lot at that time, and then to come, I mean, you had your friend, so that was a positive, I guess. But you're thrown right into college. And-
went to ESL class and
Okay.
all
Yeah.
that,
Okay.
and
Okay.
that was fun.
Yeah.
A lot of international students.
Okay.
So
Okay. Well, and I guess that's how you really learn a language. You just get immersed
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
just go for it.
Wow.
Well, that's exciting. Okay, so let's talk about your college years. What did you study while you were in college?
I studied music and telecommunication, and I graduated with
Okay.
telecommunication,
Okay.
and music is minor.
Mhm.
So
Excellent. Okay. Yeah, because we know you're a musician now.
Yep.
You're prolific. You do
Yeah.
a lot of recording.
You've played on my stuff before.
Exactly.
yeah,
Yeah. So
Yeah. Which is-
that's exciting. We've done
Can't wait
some
to do that some more.
yeah,
collaboration.
Excellent.
definitely.
Yeah, on one of Lee's tracks, co-played violin, and it was just
Mhm.
great. I mean, it just added so much to the song. So tell us
Yeah.
all the instruments you play, first of all. That's it, all the instruments.
No,
Okay. so-
mostly guitar
Yeah.
and
But
others.
play some
but
violin.
Yeah,
yeah. Violin, guitar, bass.
Yeah.
Do you play drums at all?
some.
Yeah.
Okay.
Little
Yeah.
keys.
Keys.
Play a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's check, check,
check,
check, check.
You know, if I'm stick with one instrument, I could be a decent player, I think. But my problem is like I
You're-
want to try this, I
Yep.
want to try that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But you know, I'm also songwriter, so
Yeah.
Right.
that's kind of help to
Yes.
Yeah.
you know
You
being
yeah.
playing multiple
Right.
You're very
instruments.
diverse.
So
Right. Right.
and I like so many different type of music.
Right.
Very eclectic.
So-
Yeah. So, what did you do right out of college? Did you start working in any kind of
Well,
telecommunication field?
I did. I kind of wanted to study music and also music industry.
Mhm.
Like I want to write song, perform it, and then record it, and mixing, editing, mastering
Yeah.
type of thing. I'm not really good sales, but so back then, Lee didn't offer
Mm-hmm.
what they have now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, I want to do internship in studio, recording studio,
Mm-hmm.
and basically they say, "Good luck." So I call, I'll say about 30 studio in Nashville, and one studio say, "Come on, yes,
Okay.
and come on." So
Awesome.
I was there every weekend, and I did, learn a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and met
Right.
great musicians and producers and engineers, and I thought that was
Yeah.
this is it.
This is it,
This is
yeah.
my life, and I'm gonna be a studio musician or recording engineer. And then this is gonna be I'm gonna be a famous and
Right. Right.
But now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I graduated, and same time, my oldest one, I was already married,
Mhm.
and Dana, she's the oldest one, and she was born May 3rd, and I graduated May 6th.
Oh wow.
So
Oh wow.
I
Okay.
went to my professor and turned my senior project, which is the music
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
CD.
Yeah.
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 And then I went straight to the hospital, and then she was born on the 3rd,
Oh, wow.
and I was in graduation on the 6th,
Oh my goodness.
with still, with a
Wow.
Oh, the little
little wristband from the hospital.
Okay.
So
Wow. Okay. So you
Man.
met Amy at Lee.
before, yeah.
Okay. And then you guys got married while you
Yeah.
were both still students. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So life, what is it you like to always say?
Life is what happens after you make your plans.
right.
Yeah.
So we make our
Yeah,
plans,
definitely.
things change.
But you don't give up on the music. I mean,
Right.
when you,
I give up on a couple times.
yeah.
Okay,
Well, I
well,
mean,
in the
we all
past.
do.
But yeah.
well, I think we give up, but it's still inside of us, and it's always going to be a part of us once you
Yeah.
start. And
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
I've never been able to stop. I'll take a break every once in a while, but there's always some music to be played, even if it's just like a couple of notes on the guitar
Yeah.
once a week.
Yeah.
It's like something's got to happen, but the creativity is there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's always going to be there.
Right.
Yeah.
Even when we hit our plateaus where it's like, I can't write anything right now.
Yeah, there's a definitely, dry season
Yeah.
we call, right?
Oh yeah,
But-
yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And,
What?
but
Oh, go ahead.
so after I graduated, and when I went to Nashville to get a job, right, and just every door got shut, and I feel like why I'm here, and my wife was teaching that time, and with pregnant or just having a
Yeah.
newborn
Right,
baby,
right.
it's like I'm staying home with the baby,
Mm-hmm.
get a real job,
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I'll support.
Mhm.
So I got, I cut my hair. It was this long,
Oh, okay.
and
Mm-hmm.
searched for a job, and I got a translator job,
Mm-hmm.
well, Japanese company that automotive, making auto parts.
Yeah.
So in Dalton,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a translator for vice president, and so that was kind of my into my
Mhm.
current
Right.
career and as a manufacturing and place, and through translating and interpreting I learned a lot of product, and then they asked me to if I'm interested about studying about manufacturing. So I was like, okay. Because if you're a translator, you'll always be translator, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, I wanna try it, So they sent me to a Toyota plant in different, area and learn about the stamping, metal stamping, welding and stretch bending and all that stuff. And so I did a manufacturing engineer just a little bit. Because then all the customer was Japanese company and Toyota, Nissan, Subaru, Mitsubishi. So they asked me to transfer to quality. So since then I've been doing quality.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I did that for 7 years, and then I liked what I did, but it was too much.
Yeah.
Too much time and never seen my family and
Right.
So I switched to a company. I don't know you guys know about Yamaha.
I've heard of them. Yeah.
Yamaha's a good. Yeah. They got their hand in everything.
Yamaha motorcycle. So all my college friends think I'm working for Yamaha now. It's like, okay, what is that? Guitar or piano?
Pianos.
No, it's a Yamaha
Speakers.
Yamaha motor. It's a marine division. So
and that's all the speakers I have is down there. Is I got like 10,
Yamaha's
12.
great company and great products.
Great products.
All the motorcycle, boats, outboard engine, and piano, drums.
Wow.
Speakers, monitors.
This is not a promo for Yamaha, but I mean, I'm just saying if Yamaha wants to, sponsor us, here we are,
So I've been working on Yamaha for 17 years.
Wow.
And about same time, I'm still doing, writing songs and recording and sharing that.
Wow.
My music through whatever.
Yeah.
So.
That's great. So your music getting played in Japan quite a bit?
Japanese radio stations.
Radio stations in Japan?
I do a lot of instrumental music.
Yeah.
I have a song and I sing also, but a lot of song I do instrumental music.
Yeah.
So, and one of my song got to that Japanese radio station, like a background music when they were talking. So it was really cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fantastic. Well, I wanted to go back to, when did you start playing music? Was that when you were still young or after you moved?
About 14
Okay.
years
Okay.
old. And my mom had a classical guitar.
Okay.
She never played, but it was there in the house. So I played that first time, and then I was like, oh, this is kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I play electric guitar, bass, from punk rock to heavy metal bands. And
Okay. All right. Yeah. You play a variety of styles, and of the music that you've released, what describe to our listeners, and we're going to also put some links in the description about how to get to your music and that sort of thing. But just tell us some of the different styles and genres that you've recorded.
In the past, I have a lot of basic rock or rock and roll, or to blues, to some reggae.
Awesome.
And when I play fiddle, I like to play Irish and Scottish music.
Oh, Celtic stuff. Nice.
And I like, definitely worship music too, praise and worship.
Right.
And when I was at Lee, I sang, in the choir, so did a lot of different type of singing also. So.
Well, and one of the things we talk about a lot is that everything we do it's going to lead us into the next thing. So, you're picking up all these different little experiences that are, making you into who you are today. Now, I want to ask about, I know that you also do some recordings with Saori. All right. And
we have a unit called Koi and Saori.
Yes.
And we had a 2 album together, and she is wonderful musician and singer. And so we collaborate, and we met here in Cleveland and find out, we're both believer and
Mm-hmm.
almost same age, coming from same area.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's amazing.
So we kind of, connected and then start writing
Mhm.
music. I'm really good writing music part, and
Mhm.
she's really good on the lyrics.
Mm.
Yeah,
So we
yeah.
kind of exchange
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
So,
So you have
then
some music in where the lyrics are in English and some that are in Japanese.
yeah. Ko and Saori, we do both
Yeah.
English and Japanese, but a lot of them are Japanese.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And we focus on Japanese non-believers and basically
Nice.
everybody.
Yeah.
And we have kind of mission that right now we're focused on Japan is, really big on
Yeah.
suicidal
Mhm.
uh,
Yeah.
country.
Yes.
And we're trying to prevent that
Mhm.
From happening.
from the happening.
Yeah,
And
so
our
in there-
message is a lot of them, Mama, you were loved.
Yeah.
And don't give up.
Now, isn't there a forest that they go to in Japan?
Yeah, forest
Yeah.
and also the cliff.
The cliff. Yeah.
Cliff. And so we have connected with a local church and
Good.
an organization.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're, supporting, helping, praying.
Yeah.
And we did some, concert last year.
Mm-hmm.
Is that last year? Yeah, last year
Mhm.
in my hometown, Fukuoka. And it was really cool.
Yeah.
And we're planning to do that next year also.
Yeah,
We don't know exactly.
So that's
Don't know
fantastic.
when.
I mean, you're a culmination of all of the things you've gone through, coming up to this point to where you're possibly saving lives and helping people come out of depression and dishonor. Because I know in that culture there's a lot of honor based feelings. If you're dishonored or you've dishonored someone, you feel like your life is over. And
And the pressure to
or the
perform.
profession, pressure to perform.
Honor is one side and disappointment or, on the other. And so.
Wow.
Yeah.
And
That's a big deal.
Yeah. So that you've partnered with a church there. Does it seem that the churches in the area where you grew up are able to reach many people, or is it just kind of like, a lot of places you hear, people going in saying, you're just in it for the long haul. You're building
Mhm.
relationships. It's you're just there and you're steady. Maybe not seeing a lot of conversions, but seeing some. Or how would you?
it's hard to say because I've been here
Mm-hmm.
for a long time, but it seems like always Japanese Christian population is 1% or less.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not really so much growth
Yeah.
for, for past, I would say 50 or more years.
Mm-hmm.
Their gospel is open.
Mhm.
And anybody can go to church. Anybody can read the Bible. They have access.
Okay.
But but I don't know that whole reason is not, people is not, the population is growing.
Right.
But I think every time I go back to Japan, it seems like is that some air is changing or,
Okay. Yeah.
people are more open.
Yeah.
Definitely I could feel that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And people are more searching.
Yeah.
And used to be, we don't need Japan. We don't need a God in Japan because we have this and that and secure and everything. But now there's a lot of unsure
Sure. Uncertainty. Yeah.
certainty.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Well, I know that, the seeds that you all are planting just through your music and for the passion that you have for the Lord, I know that's effective. And I think people out there listening who know Christ are going to want to join in just through prayer, just to be in prayer, to support everything that you guys are doing. That's encouraging. Well, whenever we have guests, we like to just ask if there's anything new happening in your life, anything that you feel like God's teaching you in this season, or anything you're learning or anything on your heart?
Well, this past 5+ years is just focus on the family right now. Of
Very
course,
good.
mission and praying for the nation. That's nonstop.
Right.
But we can't ignore. I have 5 kids.
Yeah.
And 3 are still in the house, right?
Mhm.
So, we're just focused on the kids, focus on the marriage,
Yep.
and focus on the local here
Yeah.
Yep.
and job, but something that we could do, other than that, like music, still writing music, sharing through internet, whatever,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Playing local
Venues.
air venues, and we had a concert in Chattanooga a couple weeks ago, or a month ago,
Yeah.
with a Japanese heavy metal band.
Yes.
So it was really super
Awesome.
super cool.
Man.
That's great. That's fantastic.
Awesome. So
Yeah, and I love that you say that about family because we've seen a lot of people, and there were times that we were guilty too. You get kind of get caught up in these things that you are doing for God, but if it's ever at the neglect of our families,
Yeah.
that's detrimental.
You get so caught up in the doing that you forget to be,
Yeah.
and it's a hard one to.
And I think we
Get
are
over.
in a time just in the church in general where people are getting focused. They're kind of slowing down a little bit, realizing, priorities, reprioritizing. So
Well,
that's really encouraging.
Satan's trying to tear down the family, and that's something that ministers have to look out for, and people who are Christians especially. We have to watch because we have to nurture our kids. We have to love on our kids and our spouse to not let that bond be broken. And if we can keep that bond together, that makes us stronger against the enemy, and that'll help us sustain through life to be able to minister to other people. Because if we're strong at home, we can be strong out in the community.
yeah,
Right.
yeah,
And it really ties back to what you said. It was a family. It was a missionary family who had an influence in your life. And, I think that the stronger that we are as individuals,
yes,
as
absolutely.
well as families,
Absolutely.
most people come to the Lord because of some kind of relationship,
Right,
other family
right.
members or friends who are believers. And it's not always through the big efforts, although those are great, but it's really through those
Man.
meaningful relationships. So,
Yeah.
what about you, Lee? Any final thoughts?
I'm just glad that we got Cole to come on the show, and
I
I'm looking
know.
forward to
Thank you.
playing music with you again, because
Oh, yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that's a lot of
Definitely.
fun. You're easy to get along with. That's the best part about working with you is you're easy to get along with, and yeah, I mean I you don't find that often
Yeah.
in communities.
Yeah. You're easygoing. We like
Easy
it.
going,
We like it.
laid back.
Yeah. Well, any final thoughts? Anything you want to share?
No, just to be honored to be here and talking to you guys and on the front
Yeah.
of camera.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
So-
your story is powerful.
It
It's
is.
fascinating. I'm just amazed at the courage. I think a lot of us who grow up and staying in one area, only having to know one language, we sometimes don't appreciate what others have gone through. And so
Yeah,
it's a
Very-
powerful story that you have of.
very inspiring.
It is. And just want to remind you all that if you're in the Cleveland, Tennessee area or Chattanooga,
What's the date that you're playing?
September 7th
7th.
Yeah.
is Saturday,
Yeah.
and from 7 o'clock.
Downtown
in
Cleveland.
downtown Cleveland, and my twin boys, they're gonna perform it as well. So David's gonna play tuba,
Yeah.
and Joe's gonna play hand drum. I
Okay.
don't know what.
Yeah.
So
That's exciting. That's exciting. And,
come and check it out.
I love that we're seeing a little bit of a local music scene emerge
We
again.
need more.
We
Yeah.
need it. So, guys, support your local music scene, okay?
Yeah.
And
Even
All
if you
right.
don't like the music, go and support it. Even if you don't
You'll
listen
learn-
to music,
you'll
you'll learn
learn to
to
like
love it. Just do it.
No, live music is great. You know, there's
Yeah.
something
Oh, yeah.
about being in the room.
There's a
with music.
community building.
Great.
It's a community building exercise that needs to happen everywhere.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also Ko and Saori is going to play at the Apple Festival.
Oh, great.
So
All right. And that'll be in
Awesome.
October. So,
Yeah.
okay. Excellent. Excellent. I'm looking
Excellent.
forward to that.
That's going to be good.
All right. Well, with that, we are so happy that Ko was with us today.
Yep.
And we will see you all on the next episode. Have a great day.
See you guys.
sayonara.
Don't forget to like this video and please subscribe to our channel. Drop your comments below. We'd love to hear from you. If you prefer audio podcasts, please follow us on your favorite streaming platform.